that shape on the screen today. Hey! Grab your friends, cause it's time to play. Hey! Spiky hair or a giant cape, tiny tail or a monster shape, squinty eyes in a mask so bright, hit the buzzer if you know it's right. Guess that shadow, call it out loud. Is it hero, sidekick, villain from the crowd? Guess that shadow, point at the glow. If you think you've got it, shout it, let us know. Bendy ears on a mystery head, stretchy arms reaching off the edge, big round shoes on a jumping blur. Could be him, could be him, could be her. Guess that shadow.
We are live. Welcome, everybody. We have Alpha here, and we also do have
See drywall.
Metal. So thanks everybody for coming. Hope you're all doing well. Let me. Our intro is a little shorter than normal now, so didn't quite get to get all my sharing out.
Oh, that's not bad.
Gives you something to do while you wait for people to show up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, nobody's showed up as of yet. And of course, we are on the Silhouette game. This is episode 10. We have Alpha, my co-host for it here, who might be stepping away
Howdy,
for
howdy.
a couple minutes. And of course, we have our guest host for the evening, Metal, because he knows probably a bit more than me and Alpha about all this manga and anime stuff. In fact, he is the one that helped me select it. And of course, it is 90s anime and manga. So tell me, what is the criteria that you use to select these, Metal? That way people can know in the chat.
Yeah, because I highly expect, because Alpha's a very knowledgeable person, that he'd probably at least be able to guess, I want to say past the halfway point, maybe up to 10, I think should be very easy for him. Maybe after that, I might kind of fake him out a little bit here and there, who knows. But my criteria was that I mostly focused on manga, because a lot of them also had like anime anyway during around the same time, but it had to have the character originally published within that decade. Didn't necessarily mean that the series had to, but I was still primarily focusing on new entries to the series. So not like if Dragon Ball was continuing or something, you had to have like a new title, like the series stopped, this is a new entry to the series. So with that in mind, you can basically just scrap Dragon Ball out of your head altogether, because they didn't do that at that time. That didn't happen until Super. But that is our criteria, that the character had to have been originally published during the 90s, during a new entry to that series, even if it's the original entry to that series.
Yeah, so if it's one that started, say, in the 80s, but they had a new character come in the 90s, is that what you're saying? You would accept that as part of your criteria?
No, only if there was a separate new entry during the 90s.
Okay,
Right.
so a completely new series. It had stopped and restarted. So like
Yes,
a,
yes.
a volume 2, if you will. If like Batman's had a volume 2 or 3 or whatever. Or, what's her name?
Yeah, like if there was a new subtitle to it, right? Like this didn't happen in the 90s at all, but we'll take Dragon Ball for example. Dragon Ball as a manga was Dragon Ball all the way from the 80s through the 90s. It stopped. And then recently we got Dragon Ball Super. If there was something like that happened during that time, that would count.
Okay. I'm just trying to, clarify,
Yeah.
of course, for everybody.
Yeah. Those were my criteria. It sounds confusing, but honestly, if you look at all of the new stuff that's even still popular now that came out during the 90s, that later part of the criteria just doesn't even really have to matter. There was so much new stuff that we could just get.
Yeah. And hello, Fitzchozo. Fitzchozo is here. Although people aren't see Alpha's thing for a second, I think I am gonna send out a couple places about the thing.
I'll be real. I'm gonna be upset if anyone gets number one wrong. I just put up the easiest thing in the world. That's my only like a preemptive thing. Like I will be genuinely upset if anybody gets number one wrong.
Yeah, I think I would be very surprised as well if anybody got number one wrong. And have you went for your burger yet, or whatever food you're gonna make yourself, Alpha?
No, I'll do that now
Okay,
because I'm just gonna ask my brother if he actually is gonna buy something or if I should cook.
yeah. Okay.
That's usually what I do. It's like, so are we gonna get anything or do I have to cook? You know?
Okie dokie, Smokey. I'll let you do that.
Right.
And as you also might be able, people might be able to see, I created a new scoreboard for the evening. I mean, trying to go with well, not just the evening, but going forward, trying to make it look like the chalkboard, sort of like I did with the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, I like it. That's a good aesthetic.
Now, I was thinking about putting like a black border around it. Do you think that would be decent, or do you think, or another color border entirely? But I was trying to, for the most part, keep with the.
You
black
should make it
and
if you want to just keep it with the black and white, I was gonna say you should put like a silver border around it, like the metal frame of an actual chalkboard.
Okay, well, that's an idea, but the only reason I was trying to keep most part with the black and white was because of the silhouettes, the black. But
Yeah.
But I've also already made that green, like like a green chalkboard. So adding the silver around it, the metal, would make sense. I just wasn't sure what I should do for a border, if I should do a border, because I didn't do a border around the other one, but maybe I'll even do that around the leaderboard one.
No, I mean ultimately I think it's fine as it is, but
Yeah.
will anybody else turn up? Who knows?
I know if Tim remembers, he will, because he's really trying to look forward to getting into third place. Well, I think he'd like to get into first place, but first place is a bit hard to get into right now for him. Even second place.
Yeah, he's not that far behind Fizz. Like it's still a gap, but within reason he could catch up.
Yeah. Well, last week, Fizz got like about 11 points and he got like 22. So he did close the gap last time. And hello, Mike. Hello, Outcast. And thanks for hitting a like and all that. Mike says, hey, Rick, dropping in to like, share, say hi. He says, I will be going over the history of Deke Entertainment on tonight's episode of Mike Stand. Well, that definitely sounds interesting.
Fun.
Yeah.
I like Deke.
Yeah. And of course, Outcast is here and he says, hi, everyone. So, yeah. We got 2 people here already. So, hey, when we get a third person here, we could start. So, but otherwise, of course, we're waiting till the quarter after mark.
I think the other thing I want to say about my decisions, because we did this in call, I ordered them based on my experience talking to like normie friends. growing up and everything, especially around that time. So for some people, a couple of the slots might seem like they should be reversed order, but this is like if you were talking to somebody who knew nothing about manga or anime, this is probably the difficulty level for each one. And then if you are somebody who happens to have some knowledge of it, maybe some of the later ones are even easier than some of the early ones, depending on your personal
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, sometimes it is hard to order these quite right, you know.
Mhm.
You know, I've had trouble with that a little bit myself, you know, but because sometimes people get the later ones a little easier than what I think they're going to, but you know, usually I'm just going by a little bit by my knowledge, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. There's not much you can do about it, right? You do the best you can.
Well,
And
maybe the best you can. I might try a little harder.
yeah. And for anybody showing up a little late, after the show, if you want to check it out, there was a new intro song tonight with new graphics or whatever you want to call it, new images. So, which is, and I made that a minute. Well, that's
Mm.
want it to be longer through Suno, but I didn't want to get the full version. And the non-full version was a minute, which is what I was looking for because I was only wanting the intro to be about a minute. So,
Oh yeah, a
instead
lot of
of
TV songs that even if they do a full intro or have a full version, the one on the TV is only like 30 seconds to 45 seconds anyway. Unless actually the category we're in now, most anime openings are a minute and a half.
yeah, but of course the other one that I had was like 2.5 minutes, or something like that. 2 minutes,
Oh, that's way
20.
too long.
Yeah, so you know, like I finally decided to uh, just get in and get it changed. And I was wanting to do it from the beginning of season 2, but I just kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And but I finally got it now, so that is good, I would say. And I guess Fitz, at least one other person has shown up. So depending on whether Tim shows up or how soon he shows up, Fitz might widen the gap again between those two.
Oh yeah, especially with Joshua being the more reliable person to show up anyway.
Yeah. Joshua is, of course, at 94. And there's even a pretty big back gap between him and Outcast. Outcast is definitely the leader of the season thus far. And Outcast hasn't been showing up to every single show either. I'm not sure how many of the 9 shows, 10 shows, well, 10 shows including today, that he's shown up. So obviously, Tale Day, a lot of my transition of stuff. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do a lot of the transitioning puns or whatever you want
Oh,
to
you mean
call it.
your puns and quips? Yeah.
So not to expect that from me today. Maybe Metal can do them as we switch from 1 to 1.
If I feel like it.
Yeah. Outcast says, I think I missed 2. Yeah, but you're at, I think it's 179 there, almost 100 points ahead of Joshua. And Fitz is actually fairly close to Joshua too. You know, he's like 25 points away. So with Joshua not showing up, he closes the gap between those two too.
Yeah, yeah. But that first and second place gap, that one's huge.
Yeah. Well, it's that time, Metal. It's time for round one. So,
Okay.
because it is quarter after, and well, we have two participants here, not our three that we would like minimum, but hey, two's better than none. So, I
Yeah, I
guess
guess let's get it on.
it's on with round one. Oh, and I forgot to take away the silhouette game. It didn't obstruct the image too much, so I gotta remember to do that more.
Yeah, this one, like I said, if people don't get this one, I would be genuinely upset at anybody in the audience.
Well, both people that are here and participating have got it. They both have said Sailor Moon, and of course, that is exactly who it is. Um, Fitz says, "What are the rewards I can get?" Well, I can bring that up in a sec. Actually, I didn't really change much from the last season. I should add some. I'm not sure what I should add in for rewards and all that.
In the name
We
of
would
the
have
moon, I
also-
will punish you.
Oh, yes, that is what she says.
In the
I
name
said we
of
would have also accepted Usagi or Serena, though. If you picked the last one, we would be judging you really hard.
Well, if you think about the name Usagi, that means rabbit, right?
Yeah, yeah, like the rabbit on the moon.
Well, I'll assume, the Serenity, Lake of Serenity or something on the moon. I mean, Earth. That's why they picked Serena, right?
Well, Serena is the, the Greek god.
Or is it Lake of
Of the moon
Tranquility?
that represents the moon, right? You have Helios and you have Serena.
It's educational.
Yeah, yeah. But in Japan, the reason they called her Usagi, or just over in Asia in general, instead of seeing the face of a man on the moon, they see a rabbit.
Oh, that reminds me of Boss Rabbit or Monster Carrot or whatever they call him from Dragon Ball. How Goku put him on the moon.
Yeah,
I never
yeah,
saw
that
the
was a reference
correlation.
to
I don't
that.
know these legends. All I know is Momotaro.
Yes, the Peach Boy. That's the most popular and famous legend in Japan.
Okay.
I would have got this one.
Okay, because Fitzjoseph, 1 point, get a hint. Not that anybody uses this one. Give someone a timeout for 5 points, 1 minute. 10 points. Like I said, I'm not sure whether took some of the stuff out of here. I'm not sure whether I took all. 10 points. Give someone a 5-minute timeout. For the next, yeah, we're not doing the multiply. Nobody, I think, did anybody use that? I think you might have used it once, Alpha, last
Yeah, I
year.
used it and I regretted it. It took me weeks to recap. I was like, oh no, this was not worth it.
Yeah, that was more because you got you didn't know them. Usually it's probably best to use that on the first 5.
Mm,
But it might have been more at that point too. I think I've brought it down. I'm not sure. Anyways, 15 points. Give someone a 10-minute timeout. That could be worth it to make sure you're getting round one, first place, but might work for you, might not. Anyways, 30 points. Get a digital copy of Across Comics comic. And I guess number 3, Canadian Shield can be available for that digital now. So 40 points, infinite guesses, all rounds, infinite guesses. Nobody used that, so that might be taken off. I'm not sure. 50 points, get a Cross Comics trading card sent to you. 75 points. All rounds of this episode, multiply your points by 3. So nobody used that. 100 points. We still have to pick the silhouette one, you know, and if you can stump somebody, you know, with it, you get some points. You stump one person in the audience. 100 points. Pick a silhouette for the next show. If it stumps everyone, you get 200 points. If it stumps 2 people, you get 100 points. Stumps 1 person, you get 50 points. And you can't play that round. And obviously, if it doesn't stump anybody, you don't get any points.
Yeah, you got to be very specific about you can't play that round, because otherwise, what you would do is you'd go in and they know you know the answer, so you just intentionally put the wrong answer.
But that could actually work. You know, like I was saying, you can't play that round. We were discussing that because Joshua was thinking about it. And I was thinking about taking that out because that says who did it, that one, but it's up to. But I think because people could go for it, they couldn't believe you, they could not. So I'm not sure which way to do it.
Oh, yeah, you could just say you can't get points that round aside from winning. But making it to where you can't play, that does kind of make it obvious who did it.
Yeah, which I'm not sure whether that matters, but it just means people know who came up with that silhouette, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't a real big thing. 300 points, get a digital commission of a character of your choice. 500 points, get a free Cross Comics comic mailed to you, only to the US and Canada, unless you pay shipping. Not that I really have anybody participating in this. That's overseas. And then pick all the silhouettes for the next show. And depending on what points are dealt out, depends on how much you get, how many points you get. Like if no points are dealt out, you get 1,000 points. So you double your points. If one
That's
to
just
30.
giving you a day off.
Well,
I don't know if you'd call it a day off. I mean, I just did this to help Rick out, and he still had to be in call the entire time I was picking.
yeah, well, they would have to send all the stuff to me. I'd have to make it silhouettes or whatever. But then I'd still have to be here on the show doing all this, so it minimizes my work a little bit.
Point taken.
And then, of course, 750 points will get you a free traditional commission on an 8.5 by 11 by me, Rick Piper. Mailed to you, only by, again, US, Canada. If you're overseas, you know, like beyond the States, you can pay shipping and get it. And then 5,000 points, of course, is the dare, which to get the dare, you've got to risk points.
Boo. I wanted my dare.
And that's, you know, either through the 101 or the 501. So there we have the rewards. So anyways, that was round 1. The question is, will the moon shine upon round 2?
Aha.
And
You got this one, Alpha?
Yep.
how sure are you, Alpha?
Oh, I'm like 100% sure. I used to.
Oh, if he says it, I'm sure he knows. It's another easy one. That's why it's number 2.
Yeah. They used to sell these DVDs for like $45 at Suncoast Video at the Hewlin Mall. It was crazy.
Ooh, we do have two answers in the chat. We have Seto Kaiba and Vosh.
Ooh.
So,
Wow.
Metal, is there anybody that's right
we
in the
did-
chat?
Oh yeah. Outcast is right. It is the humanoid typhoon Vash the Stampede.
Yeah, Vosh is someone totally different. I don't think he believes in love and peace.
No.
Voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, former Power Ranger.
Oh yeah. He played Adam before that.
They said he said this was his first anime dub role, and they said, "Wow, we really like the Texas accent you're giving him." And he's like, "I didn't know I was doing that on purpose. I wasn't doing that on purpose."
Yeah. Hey, you know what? A lot of people from Texas, they don't even know when it's happening.
Yeah.
He's voiced a lot of blonde hair anime characters since then too. He's almost gotten typecasted.
So
He's very popular.
So there is round two. I don't know what to say to go on to round three with him. I know he's from the one Trigon. I have drawn him once actually, myself, a long time ago. That was I think that was on Drawn and Quarter. Not sure whether that was here or on Drawn and Quarter, but I have drawn him. But that was a fair long time ago. Anyways, there goes round two. It's on to
Let's stampede our way into the next one.
Aha, that's cool.
Oh, good. Okay, so obviously Metal knows who this is because he got it for me or told me.
I know that one. I think. Wait, it might be different though. There's a lot of characters who were shaped like that, huh? But this number 3, it can't be that tricky.
This is number 3, yeah.
We got Fitzchozo saying Shin Chan. And we're just waiting for Outcasts. Thing. And Outcast says the same name, Shin Chan. And those guys would be completely correct.
Yes, it is Shin, the main character of Crayon Shin-chan.
So Fitzchozo got first place that round. Good job, Fitzchozo.
Isn't the name Shin supposed to represent like truth or honesty?
Yes. Like
so that he's just oh yeah. So it's like he's so open, like he doesn't think, he just says and does whatever.
Yeah, like a little kid, he just blurts out whatever's on his head.
Yep.
And that's a big head.
Do we have an American equivalent?
Do we have an American equivalent, like in name?
Well, I mean, in characteristics, it's a little kid who's. We might have some newspaper strip characters.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
Bobby? Quite a few.
What about Bobby from Bobby's World, maybe?
Well, he's pretty innocent though. This kid is like he's wild.
He is. He's like Dennis the Menace in a way.
Very outlandish. He drew an elephant on his private parts, and then he like pulls down his pants and starts waving the trunk, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yep. A lot of people see Shin-chan as kind of like the Japanese equivalent to The Simpsons, which I think is probably one of the closest things you can get when trying to describe to somebody who's never read or seen it.
Actually, you're right. It's more like a Bart. Well, he's not really a delinquent like Bart.
No. He's just very open and gets into a lot of trouble, but it's not like he's trying to get into trouble.
Right.
Just the series humor is very close to The Simpsons by comparison.
Yeah, as far as harshness and stuff. I guess Dennis the Menace is the best comparison. Just a kid doing stuff and not realizing,
Cross between
just being himself.
Cross between Dennis the Menace and The Simpsons.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that is round 3. Time to shin on to the next episode, next round.
Oh, okay. This one, I know.
Oh, this got to be super easy. Come on.
Well, I can't remember names. I'd have to look it up, but I don't feel like having my typing all over the stream.
I don't think it would be all over
Oh,
this.
wait.
Don't you have a phone? You can look it up on your phone.
Oh,
I wouldn't hear the typing on that.
I'm so old. I don't even think about phones. I go to church and I'm the only person with a Bible. Everyone else is on their phone app. It's weird.
Well, sometimes I use the
For-
phone as a to grab the Bible up, but sometimes I just don't even bring.
Yeah, when I used to do like my church had a college and career group, by then I had my phone on my Bible, but that was only for the after group. For church, I still preferred having a physical Bible in my hand.
Yeah. I can't even imagine what school's like now. A bunch of kids with tablets, probably. Well, it's cheaper than buying those used books at the university like library. Or not library, but store. That was crazy.
We got 2
$100
guesses.
for a book. Ooh. Well, I guess I could throw out a name.
Yeah, we got 2 guesses in the chat
Is there a third
already.
person yet?
No third person yet.
Oh.
No, there's not a third person in the chat, so even to guess. So,
Oh, okay.
so you can and Outcast and Fitzchozo have both made their guesses. So if you want to say who you think it is, you can.
Well, I think it's the title character. I think it's the title character, Princess Mononoke.
And is he correct, Metal?
Yes, actually, everyone who guessed is. And Fizz, for our criteria, this counts as a 90s entry because that's when the movie was added. But yeah, Princess Mononoke, her family name, what the wolves call her, is San. So that name also counted. I even left it in our DM so Rick would know that would count as well.
Yes, and I'm only I knew both counted. I got it here. I made sure that was everything was in the thing, but just to create some, more than just
Tension.
me talking, tension. I figured I'd get you to say that. Anyways, okay, so that was Outcast first, followed by Fitzchozo. Because Tim is not here, the gap is re-widening between him and Tim. Tim will not be happy.
If he's mad, he should be mad at himself. He knows what time this happens.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
Joshua. Maybe falling behind.
Yeah, Fitzchozo's catching up to Joshua tonight with no Joshua. So we're on to round 5. She's part of a wolf pack, right? That last character.
Yeah. No, she was a human raised by wolves.
So let's see whether people can howl the right name for this one.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I don't know if he saw what he did.
Uh-huh. It's weird. I couldn't remember the title character's name. I was like, who's the wolf girl in Princess Mononoke?
So, oh wait, it was Princess Mononoke.
Yep. Round 5.
Oh, so did you guys actually see and hear the new intro?
No.
Not
Starting?
me. I saw it. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I saw the visuals. I'll listen to it later afterwards.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah, no,
wondering what do you think of the visuals?
They're very visual.
Mhm.
They could be a little more tactile, though. I couldn't really feel them.
And I think that's a guess by Alpha says Howl's Moving Castle.
Well, that's the name of a movie, but I guess if the answer was Howl, I would probably still count that as a guess towards Howl.
Is that your final answer?
You only get one guess, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Just to make things clear, I guess. Maybe they were just, maybe that's an old comment talking about Miyazaki movies or something.
Yeah, well, it's a silhouette game, so I think we actually prefer things to be opaque.
Fitz shows us saying that was my 2000s outcast. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle came out in 2004, is what he's referring to.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it wouldn't be a very good guess for things that debuted in the 90s. Still, I like the Moxie. It's a good movie.
So is Fitzchozo not going for this one, or you not making a guess, Fitzchozo? Was Howl's Moving Castle your guess for this round as well? Just confirming Outcast?
It's round 5. It's not that difficult
You would hope
if you know
so.
your 90s stuff.
Do you know who the character is, Alpha?
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Okay, well, I'll tell you one thing. Although I have the name here in front of me, I have no idea.
I'm probably going to have to pronounce the name for you, too.
Yeah. Fitzchozo says Inuyasha. I probably pronounced that completely wrong, but
Ooh.
It's pronounced Inuyasha.
yeah, okay, says yes, even if it's wrong. So we have both of our guesses from both of our participants that are here at the moment. Would you say either of them is correct? Metal?
No, Fizz is on the right track. It is from the series Inuyasha, but it is not the character Inuyasha. It is actually his elder brother, Lord Sesshomaru.
Yep. Does David K voice him in the dub?
I actually forget, but it sounds like his voice, so probably. Let me.
Yeah, it's David K. Ocean Group again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, I loved the old Ocean dubs.
Yeah. When they stopped dubbing stuff, it was sad. I just missed. It's interesting when a cast of actors can get you to watch a show. I watched Hamtaro because Ocean Group dubbed it.
Well, they
Because I
also
love
didn't
those
do much
actors.
localization. They did more translation than anything. They were pretty accurate to the source material, unlike when we moved over to Funimation.
Oh yeah, they like putting their mark on stuff.
And is that who you thought it was, Alpha?
Yep. Sesshomaru. I enjoyed that show. There was a girl I liked who liked that show, so I really got into it, but she wasn't into me. So, I got a lot of books and merch about it.
I love all the Rumiko Takahashi series. This is one I've been showing Marsupial Gamer while we eat dinner sometimes recently. We actually watched some last night.
So there goes round
Another cool.
5.
Oh, I wanted to say more factoids.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Well, okay, in she created a series called Ranma Half. At
Number
least
one
that's
half
what I
is my
call it.
favorite.
I never say the
comic of
one
all
'cause
time.
I find that weird. But yeah, that Ocean Group dubbed it, and then they replaced Ranma. Well, they had Ranma voiced by the girl, and she voiced the girl and the boy him. And
Well,
then
there's
they
two different
switched
girls. Did it? The boy was
Really?
originally dubbed by Sarah Strange, I believe was her name, and then it went on hiatus. And when they came back, they replaced it with Richard Cox, who would also be the voice of Inuyasha.
Yep,
Which is funny
mirrors
because
the Japanese.
in the Japanese,
love that.
both of them are voiced by the same person. They even have a joke in the Shonen Sunday 50th anniversary special in 2008 at the beginning, where Ranma and Inuyasha meet each other and he's like, "Hey, don't we sound alike?"
I love that. That's so cool. I wish that happened more.
So
Yeah.
with round 6 being done, I guess we are on to, round 5. We haven't done round 6 yet. Anyways, on to round 6.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is I'm not familiar what I think it is, but I kind of passing idea of names that are going through my head right now that no, that's probably not. I have an idea, but I would have to look it up. Continue while I Google.
Well, unlike the
boggle
last
over
one,
it.
where once you said you had a good idea, I was pretty sure you knew. This one, I'll let you guess before we reveal it.
Yeah.
So I had an idea for next week's show. I forget what it was now.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking over.
Now, Rick, this is a character I think maybe you didn't remember him or whatever, but probably had seen prior to me pulling him up.
Oh yeah, I've watched.
The series.
Yeah, yeah, and I've even watched part of a follow-up series. We'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll look it up.
JoJo 2, which
Electric Boogaloo.
I will count as a guess for Joseph Joestar, the second JoJo in the series. They're all JoJos, you know. I don't expect everybody to remember each of their individual names unless you're actually a fan of the series. You know, the Beatles say JoJo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last.
So we have one guess by Fitzchozo, and we are waiting on Outcast's guess. And of course, we're sort of waiting on whether Alpha has a guess or not, too. Although his guesses don't get him points, unfortunately.
It just gets us entertainment on the show.
Yeah.
That's right. And I may be wrong, but I have an idea. But the years, I'm trying to line up the years. I know who I think it is.
This is one of those ones where I think people associate the series so much with the decade after this that they may not even remember this actually started in this decade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's something we should be asked. I should have got you to clarify, too. Are we going by Japan release date, or are we going by American release date?
Oh, we're going by Japan. Because a lot of these things, it's much, much later. If you were to go by America.
Okay. I'm just making sure for, everybody out there that they know. Not that there's a lot of people, but we which ones we're going by, because they might be thinking American release date, not realizing it could be Japanese release date that we're going by, especially with manga.
Has everyone guessed?
No, we're still waiting on
Only
Outcast.
Ooh.
So I guess it's about
For
time.
me, the legs gave it away. If I'm right, I don't know.
I guess it's
That would
time
be
to-
something that would give it away. The style is very distinct. All the characters have legs like that.
But anyways, as you can see, we have the counter on for Outcast to guess. Hopefully he will get it in. Of course, we'll give him about a 5 second after this, just because the YouTube delay.
Wish you said music, the timer.
I could probably get it with music. So anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I guess Outcast is not guessing. Oh, he says not a clue.
He says, yeah.
Oh, man.
So, Alpha, what do you think? It is?
Yo. Okay, the first thing I saw were the legs, and I was like, oh, those look like Yu-Gi-Oh legs. And I looked up and I looked at the head and I was like, okay, that looks like a bandana. And I was like, who in Yu-Gi-Oh has a bandana? And I was like, oh, it's the American. And I was like, okay, what's his name? So I had to look it up, and they gave me Bandit Keith or Keith Howard, but I remember the name Joey Wheeler, so I'm going with Joey Wheeler.
Ooh, you
would have been better off with the other one.
Huh?
You,
What?
you played your cards wrong. You had the cards right, and then you put down the wrong card. It is Bandit Keith.
Oh.
You gotta
what?
be the American that Japanese think you are.
So they don't call him Joey Wheeler?
No.
Joey Wheeler is Yugi's friend, who has the kind of like I'm trying to remember what his accent is in Japanese. I think it's like a Kyoto accent, but they give him like a Brooklyn one in the English dub.
Oh, okay. I asked Google. I was like, the American and Yu-Gi-Oh. The American Yu-Gi-Oh character.
See, that's the problem, is because Google would mistake from the fact that they gave Joey a Brooklyn accent in the English dub, but Bandit Keith is the American character from the original Duelist Kingdom arc.
See, I got it wrong.
Wait,
so close.
you got it right at first. And then
Well, I was just saying the names of the characters that could be, given that this gave me American names, and I was like, who's this American?
If you would have stuck with the first one, you would have had it. I thought you had it. And
Yep.
then you went and said Joe. I'm saying Joey. It's like, really?
Yep, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, the legs. They have very distinctive legs in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So everybody's laid down their cards, and none had a winning hand there.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's time to shuffle the deck and deal it back out again.
Yeah, see whether they can come up with the right cards this time.
Oh, okay. Aha. That took me a second. Now I need a name.
Yeah, the funny part is almost nobody who's seen this knows the name of the character. Because they say it very few times. They often do not refer to the character by their name.
Oh boy.
And I will accept either name from the character, but it has to be their actual name.
Yeah, I got the one name here. I think I got the one name.
Yeah, I gave you the first and last. They don't have the full name either, the first or last name. Those are the.
Oh,
They're almost never said together.
okay. I know what you mean by first and last. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, I had to look that up. But this silhouette is wild.
Oh yeah.
It had me for like 15 seconds.
About 5. But
Rick pulled up like 3 and was like, "Yeah, that's the one, Rick. That's the one we're using."
yeah, he told me the names and whatever, and I went, okay, let me go search. Da 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 da. Okay. And then, I'm bringing them up on my here to say, okay, which one is the best? And then I was just putting them on in the right position here. And later I was gonna enlarge them to the size.
Yeah, there are a couple characters where I'm like, "This is the one you're using," and I sent it directly to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the silhouette is wild. It'll throw you off. Any
If
answers?
it shows that says, I'm not going to try this one, it's not from anything I've seen.
That's probably true.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, definitely no for me. It's not from anything I've seen.
It's a
It's
really
animated great.
quick watch too. Yeah, there's an animated version, and like, there's a really, really quick watch.
Yeah, very intense animation. Very energetic.
It's probably some of the best of its time.
May have defined a kind of an error there for a second.
Mhm.
Seems like some other stuff was influenced by this, like Dead Leaves
Oh yeah, for sure.
and probably Panty and Stocking. But I'm not sure
Yeah.
about that one.
No,
Oh, really?
yeah. Well, some of the same people worked on it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of hints without giving anything away at all.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was just thinking that too. Well, there's a couple of hits.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, I know how to be vague.
Yeah, I saw some of this when I was at cons, like just, in passing, people dressed as the characters and some trailers at the start of stuff I was watching, but some of the shows I never even watched. Just absorb it through osmosis, just being around it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Upcast.
Well, I don't even think. Oh, go on.
I was just gonna see any guesses, Outcast. Are you making a guess? Okay, go on, Metal.
Oh, I was saying, I don't even think some of the people worked on Panty and Stocky is even that much of a help, because the studio for Trigger is kind of like a hodgepodge studio of different animators who kind of were tired of the previous stuff they worked at, and the creator of Studio Trigger used to run a lot of stuff at Gynax, and he's like, listen, I'm just gonna try to recruit all the top talent because all of us are just kind of cynical with the rest of the industry now. So it's like, man, yeah, those people could have worked on anything back then. Oh, he's got a guess.
And well, I'm going to give Fitzjones the choice. Do you still not want to participate since Outcast has made a guess? Do you want to copy his or just because I'm not saying his is right or wrong, but do you want to copy his answer or not? Just since you had no clue yourself, and he might have a clue, he might not. Because the worst thing you do is get not any points. No further ahead. No
Now,
further...
he's going to... There's some argument on that one, too.
What? No, he says no.
So, yeah, do you have the name, Alpha?
Yeah, I do. I think I do. I have it on my phone, I think.
So who do you think? Who are you thinking this is, Alpha? Based on your little bit of research.
Well, I figured it was from the. I asked who was the female protagonist of the. Oh man, where'd it go? No, don't go away. Of the anime Fooly Cooly. And they said, well, there's many, but one of them is a galactic space police officer. And I was like, oh, okay, who's that? And they gave me the name. Let me see if I can say this. Haruko Haruhara.
Yes, it is Haruko. Now, he says that is a 2000 silhouette. Here's the thing why this one is kind of a cheeky. You'll often see Fooly Cooly credited as being a 2000 show, but its first episode actually debuted in late December of 1999.
Oh, wow. That's like the last month.
Yeah. And then the other episodes were in the beginning of 2000.
So
this is genuinely like the latest thing you could pick for the 90s.
but Outcast did get it correct. So Outcast
Really?
got
Cool. Good work.
Fitzjoseph wants to say Fooly Cooly came out in 2001.
That's not true. In Japan, its first episode was in like the end of December in 1999.
Yeah, which you just said.
Yeah.
Did it have a manga?
There is a 2-volume manga, yes.
And he says, I've seen the first episode. Well, I'm pretty sure Metal has too.
Oh, yeah. They actually did a continuation.
It was on Adult Swim. They showed it a few times. It was a very interesting show.
There's only like 6 episodes in the season.
Yeah, the budget. Yeah, you could only take like 6 episodes with a animation like that.
Well, Fitzjoseph.
But then they did 2 follow-up sequel series like in the 10s, like years later.
Cool.
Fitz is saying he think it looked like trash. Well, just because something looks like trash doesn't mean it is. You think it was a good series, Metal?
Oh, I love Fooly Cooly. It's not for everyone, for sure. It's very artsy. It's very experimental. A lot of people will look at it and just be completely confused.
That's the point, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even the name. It's a kind of an onomatopoeia, I guess. I don't know.
He also says, would have never guessed Vespa Woman.
Yeah, she has a lot of nicknames because they don't actually say her name a lot. So sometimes she's called the lady on the Vespa, which is also translated as a Vespa woman. She rides around on a scooter very often. Which I was telling you when we were picking up her silhouette. We were either going to be doing one with her on the Vespa or one of them with her base that she also often just uses as a weapon.
Well,
Yeah, that's what threw me off. The scarf looked kind of like hands.
yeah.
So I was like, whoa, what is this thing?
Well, there seemed to be no fooling Outcast on round 7. He certainly didn't get played, but maybe he can. Hopefully, they don't get played in round 8.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, yeah, you got this one right away?
Yeah, definitely the 90s.
It should be an easy one. But, it also, while it did air over here, wasn't that popular. So it's like, if you know the show, instant answer. If not, eh.
I'm not one to have crushes on animated characters, but I don't know. I just like this character.
Oh, best character in the series, too.
She was voiced. Here's a hint, I guess. She was voiced by the same actress as Rogue from X-Men.
Ooh,
I think.
that would be interesting. So, okay, the question is, what can we say about things or characters without giving it away? Or if you guys want to talk a little bit more about the last character, Vespa, or Haruka, or however you pronounce it.
Haruko?
Yeah,
Haruko's fun. I like Fooly Cooly in general, but it's definitely it's going to be one of those controversial ones anytime you bring it up to the table, because if you were watching stuff like Toonami during the aughts, which is mostly when you would have seen it anyway. Of course, I mean, guess during the aughts when almost anybody would have seen it, since only a single part of it was in the 90s. If you were talking to people about it, you'd either get people who were like really into it, really gushing over the animation and how like bizarre it was, and how you probably just could not predict any direction it was going to go. It was definitely hitting the zeitgeist of the time, where you had things like Invader Zim was a really popular show, and one of the reasons that was popular is because you could watch an episode and have no idea which direction it's going. And that was a lot of the feeling that Fooly Cooly ended up evoking in people. But then you'd have people who, because they were just completely confused, and sometimes when they were doing something super experimental with animation, and it was new, they were like, that doesn't look as good as some of this other stuff that plays it safe, because they're just like not seeing the work going into it, that it would be very polarizing. Some people loved it. Some people just like, this is trash.
And how many? Well, you said it only had like 6 episodes per season.
For that one season, Fooly Cooly was just a 6-episode run.
Oh, so it didn't even have any other seasons after that?
Not until the 10s, when they did a short follow-up sequel, and then another one. And I forget how long. Those ones were pretty short too.
And it was called Fooly.
I don't like them as much. Yeah, with like a subtitle for each one of them. There is, in my opinion, a little too much 3D animation in the sequels. They still looked really good, and they were doing some really unique things with it. But sometimes the flatter scenes that looked pretty beautiful with the way they illustrated them just didn't resonate as much when you just saw like these 3D models sitting there. But they did some really good stuff with the actual principles of animation in the action scenes. And they really showed you what you can do with 3D models.
Yeah, so
Fooly Cooly reminded me of these flip book kind of animation gifs I would see. Like it just seemed like one of those, they hired one of those. There was one about an egg, I guess, and the egg came to life and it turned into a giant, and it was a kaiju, and it was some crazy. I've never been able to find it again. It was a series of GIFs, animated GIFs that told a story, and they had that same intensity in the show.
I might check out since the first one is only 6 episodes. I might give it a watch, because they're probably only 20 minutes each.
Yeah, they were like traditional episode length.
Or cartoon.
It does have some. It's a comedy, but there are some moments where it's like, is this chick creeping on this like 12 or 13-year-old? It's like, what? But
A little.
It's funny. It's all in jest. It's all good fun.
Okay, we have a guest from Outcast finally. Anything from Fitzjozo? You Fitzjozo is guessing the same as Outcast. Celsius.
What's their answer?
Celsius.
Ooh.
And who is that? Who you would think it is, Alpha?
Absolutely not.
Who do you believe this is?
I believe it is a character from Outlaw Star, Aisha Clan of the Kataro.
Yes, it is Aisha Clan. He is the best character in Outlaw Star.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I actually had a friend I showed Outlaw Star just like late last year. And in my Discord, he changed his nickname to Aisha Clan #1 fan.
So no points for round 8. I guess they did get played.
Yeah, if you know the character, I think like the ring at the end of the hair and the ears are the biggest giveaway for it. But They said the show really wasn't all that popular, even in Japan, because they haven't done any like follow-up work since then.
I heard that there was a prequel manga, and it was when I watched a YouTube video about it, and I was like, wow, really? There's all this history? Because there's a subtitle to Outlaw Star that I never really paid any mind to, and that's the name of the, I think that's the name of the prequel manga, or whatever.
Well, it seems like this one was an outward star to everybody. Let's see whether this round 9 will be as much of an outward star. I'm not sure whether that pun worked or not, but
I mean,
I
this
don't
guy
know
should
this-
definitely be treated as an outlaw, even though he's not. That part I'd agree with.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind here for me. But this is round 9, so.
yeah. Well, they're supposed to be getting a little tough, or a lot tough. Well, a little tough at this point.
Well, even the last one, like I said, it wasn't that popular, but I'm talking more about longevity. When it came out, though, it was a blast. Like a lot of people went into it. It just people stopped caring about it pretty quickly. We got Outlaw Star over here, I believe, on Sci-Fi Channel on Anna Mondays.
Oh,
when
we
came
had it
out.
on Toonami.
Was it
Then
on
they had the
Toonami as
midnight
well?
run. Yeah, they
Oh,
had the
yeah, the
midnight
midnight
run
run, yeah.
where they uncensored a lot of stuff. Like the daytime run, it
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
after
remember.
school, so they had to change context and cut some episodes.
Yeah, most of the popularity of Outlaw Star was people who preferred it over Cowboy Bebop when Cowboy Bebop eventually came out, saying that Outlaw Star was better than Cowboy Bebop, which it is. I mean, that's a fact, but normies won't agree with that.
Ooh. Well, it does a lot of world building. Like when you build a new world versus you're doing straight sci-fi for the most part with Cowboy Bebop. They're just dudes in space with Mars and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Outlaw Star's got like a almost like a Fantasy Star esque kind of like world to it.
Yeah, they have species and alien worlds and weapons and powers and spell casting done through bullet shells.
Cat women that turn into like werecats under the actually not just the women, but Aisha's like the only one we ever really meet, but turn into like powerful werecats underneath the moonlight.
Yeah, this one, I can see how this one could, Fitzjoseph wants to spend a point for a hint. I will,
Okay.
that will be for medals department.
What kind of hint do you think I should give? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
well, I know what it is. I'm just, obviously, but like Rick, how heavy of a hint do you think I should give?
I think at least pointing to the series, if because how distinguishable is the character once you get the series?
Oh, extremely distinguishable once you get the series.
Okay,
I could tell you his role. There you go. I could tell you what he does.
so we
He hunts monsters. That is his job, is to hunt monsters and heathens.
And you think points to the right series?
Oh yeah, I think the word heathen alone should probably point to the answer.
Okay. Hopefully that helps Fitzjoseph or Outcast or both. I guess more in this case, Fitzjoseph, since he's the one spending the point.
Those filthy Protestants.
Hmm. No, it's not that guy. I really don't know.
But then again, I guess you need to know the series too for the hint to point to
Yeah.
it. But if you don't know the series, how likely are you to know the character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at the boots though. I feel like the boots might give something away as far as the art style, and I'm trying to figure it out.
D is my best guess.
There's not a bad guess. Like, at all, realistically speaking. Could even be the answer.
So Outcast, are you making a guess? Yeah,
Of course,
because I
unless
figured.
I would probably say nothing was a bad guess unless it was something completely out of left field, like saying it was Hamtaro.
Yeah, because when I give a hint, especially if they not given a point for it, um, I want them to be able to most likely get their points back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like their
Yeah.
pay. Okay, so Fitzgerald, of course, said D. Outcast says images of Vampire D. Alexander Anderson. Well,
The first one looks like a sentence. Is the second one your guess or the first one? Oh, he says the first one was not his answer.
Hmm.
so those are both, I guess, that's Chozo's guess D, and then Outcast is Alexander Anderson. And Alpha, you're saying you don't have anything at all?
Uh, I don't have anything at all. Let's just say Alexander then.
Okay.
D wears a hat.
So, Metal, since you are the king, well, maybe not the king, but
The
one
Viceroy.
that, the one that has all the knowledge on this subject, or maybe not all, but the most knowledge here.
Yeah, okay, so I don't actually think Vampire Hunter D was a bad guess. There are definitely times where you can find silhouettes where he lost his hat because it gets blown off. But the answer is, in fact, Father Alexander Anderson from Helsing.
Ooh.
He was here to kill vampires and monsters and those filthy Protestants.
I've not seen that.
So that would mean Outcast gets the points for that round, and we'll just go negative one.
The real tell for him is, if you have seen it, it's his bayonets as weapons that he holds out. He takes his pose a lot in both the manga and the animated adaptation. But yeah, if you don't know Helsing, it's actually a story about an organization in London ran by the descendants of Abraham van Helsing, who hunt vampires and other monsters too, but pretty much the whole series is just dealing with a vampire outbreak. And their number one gun is Alucard, who is actually just, Dracula, but under the surface of the current Helsing. But the Catholics with the Viscariot organization have their own regenerator, this basically Frankensteinian monster of a man named Alexander Anderson that they send out to go fight vampires and such. And he's got beef with Alucard specifically, and they end up tangling a lot throughout the series.
Mm.
So did Fitz actually get the right um,
No.
series?
No. D is the main character of the series Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, okay. And Alexander is not part of that series?
No, he is from Helsing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I guess Fitz is possibly helped Outcast get it because he searched up Vampire Hunter. D and then somehow got this image or something like this.
No, he just was to discard it. He was trying to make sure that like maybe his instinct wasn't wrong. Yeah, he got the competing series. Which both of them are great series. I like both of them.
Well, let's see whether they can hunt the right answer now in round 10.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that you actually sent an image to me for,
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yes, because I wanted to pick a silhouette from this character that would actually really make people have to think about it. But this is also a character that, if I didn't send you this stuff, I would have gotten from the hair alone.
Oh, okay. I've got an idea.
Well, we do have a guess already from Outcast. That might be a little bit reassuring since he has been answering fast on the other
Yeah.
ones of whether he knows the character or not. Although he did.
Well,
get
this is
the
definitely a
last-
character that if we used the other silhouette I gave you, I would have bumped her up probably 4 places.
And we have Fitzjoseph also answering. So, any chance you might have an answer, Alpha, this time around, or?
I'm asking Google. Okay, I have a name now.
Okay.
I have a name.
What is your? I thought your name was Alpha.
Ha ha ha. I remember the hair, but I may be wrong. I'm gonna say a character named Botan.
Yes, it is Botan the Ferryman from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Aha! I've
Who,
only seen the first 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't have worn this in the first 3 episodes, but she's a character that, much like Bulma, after her introduction, she's just kind of never wearing the same outfit. So that's why, like, it's really hard to get her silhouette from an outfit unless you go with, like, the really, really early first image you see of her riding her oar in her kimono. But for most of the series, she just ends up looking like this.
Oh, I remember the hair, and I remember the kimono, and I remember the intro. So I looked up who writes the broom during the intro of Yu Yu anime.
Oh, but she doesn't ride a broom.
He doesn't write a broom?
No, it's an oar, because she's the ferryman.
Oh. I should have read the rest. Well, it gave me the right answer, so I'm happy.
Mhm.
What did everyone else answer?
Oh,
Botan.
they answered Botan as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
they got it as well. It's Outcast, then Fitzchozo. So everybody got it correct this round.
I heard it's a good show. I should watch it. But I want to read it first.
Oh, yeah.
I have the first volume. That's the thing about anime. I don't know if I should read at least one volume or watch the show.
Well, the problem with Yu Yu Hakusho is the longer and longer it goes into the series, the more and more, this happened in Hunter x Hunter as well, same mangaka, the more and more you just get panels that have no art in it and it's just words. And it's great. I still love it, but in some ways, the anime is just a better experience.
Let's ferry on over to round 11.
Ooh.
Oh, you know it?
No,
Oh.
but I have an idea of what series it's from.
But it at least helps, right?
Yeah. It's another I want to watch, but I'm so used to watching dubs,
Hmm.
and I don't think this ever got a dub.
I don't believe it did ever get dubbed, at least to my
Yeah.
knowledge.
But it looks
We can check,
amazing.
though.
Yeah, because I don't like subs myself because I can't read that fast.
I've only ever read it. Oh, it did actually. In the movie version in 2022, so it was actually very, very recent that it got any dubbing.
Oh, I think I'll audition for that. Obviously, I
need to
didn't get
audition
it
for
though.
more stuff.
Well, I don't think I'm on any lists anymore. I think they took me off. I think they think I'm toxic or something.
You should put your reel in for sound cadence.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you got removed from sound cadence? Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't know 100% for
What-
sure, but they haven't called him in a while from what I get.
Well, they stopped sending me emails to audition, you know? So
Mm.
I guess so. Clean those roles out. There's some
Well,
good roles too.
But so says he's not gonna even bother, and then Outcast
Oh man,
makes a guess of
come on, Flip.
Sakarugi. I know I butchered
I'm
that.
pretty sure that says Sakuragi.
Okay. Alpha. Are you gonna make a guess? Are you gonna agree with Outcast? You're not gonna make a guess? Guess something entirely different?
I think Outcast is on the right track because the moment I saw this, I was like, "Why is Michael Jordan in here?" Because I could tell it was a basketball player, and I was like, "Okay, this is a character from Slam Dunk." But they have so many characters with short hair; it's kind of like it's tricky. It can throw you off. And this is round 11, so yeah, this is where things could get dicey like that. So, but I'll just go with Sakarugi since he's the main character.
And Metal, what's the verdict?
You want? Yep. It is, in fact, Hanamichi Sakuragi from Slam Dunk.
Sakuragi. Yep. You could have picked another character, and it would have just
wouldn't matter.
It would have totally threw me off.
Well, there's a couple characters who do have kind of like unique hair. There's like one with kind of like a curlier sway, but there's obviously if you're going Slam Dunk, you have to go with Sakuragi.
Intro.
More so, though,
it's animated
the
great.
pose
It's like
is
they
famous. Like, this is what
rotoscoped like actual basketball or something.
Oh yeah. But this is also the promotional pose for him, so if you see the pose, you should be able to guess him.
Yeah.
It's not the same author of Vagabond, or is it something else?
Yeah, it's the same author.
Yeah, that's the thing. He made it just because he loved basketball, and then they said that once the anime or manga got released, the number of people playing basketball in Japan went up.
There's another one too. The guy with wheelchair basketball, the handicap one.
Ooh.
And this is actually the image that Metal sent me when he gave me the name at first. I went looking for image. I was going to actually use a different image, but I thought Metal knew what he was doing, so I went with it. Not that he did.
How many hits tall is he?
A lot.
15?
All of them.
It's cool. It's heroic.
So, looks like Outcast got a slam dunk this round. Let's see whether he can slam dunk round 12.
I don't.
I don't think Alpha has a clue.
Well, I'm guessing by the hair, but it could be. I would just be guessing.
It
It
could
really
just
would be a guess. For me.
anybody with a katana.
Yeah, a katana and hair like I don't even know if the silhouette I'm thinking is the real silhouette actually from this pose. I know who it reminds me of, but I'm not gonna say it. It doesn't even remind me of an anime character. Just hmm.
Does it remind you of an anime character? Might be.
Well,
But
kind of, sort
the
of. It's
fact
the
that
character has a
this
few
series
adaptations.
never got an adaptation.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm.
Clues everywhere you look.
That's a hint.
It's not a very helpful one. There's a lot of like the 90s was kind of like the boom in the manga market where there was like 2 to 3 times as many stuff printed in the 90s as there was in the 80s. So there's a lot of stuff that never got an adaptation.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a good hint. All right, now I know what to search.
Stuff that did not get an adaptation. Okay, that list is about 200 books long. 300,000.
Especially if you
Possibly.
count the fact that like self-publishing was on the rise during that time too.
All right, I know who I think it may be.
Oh, did I? Ah, crap.
But do any of the viewers at home know?
We shall see.
Rick,
Yeah.
was this another time where you accidentally put the silhouette on the same layer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I kind of
have...
figured that's what that response was. We have a guess.
Yes. I noticed that. So we're just going to see whether Fitzchozo is going to bother this round or not.
We need a timer?
I guess we can put the timer on the counter.
There were like 15 or 16 books about samurai that came out in the 90s. And I think only like 5 of them got adaptations.
If it's what I think it is, this got picked up by Dark Horse.
Possibly.
Oh, Fitz says he's not guessing. Okay, so what is your guess, Alpha?
Well, the first thing I saw was like the silhouette, and I was like, okay, this looks like a samurai, and it reminds me of Jubei, the samurai, the one-eyed samurai, and he had a ponytail, and I was like, no, that's not it. And then he said it doesn't have an adaptation. I was like, ooh, okay, I think I know what this is. I think it's Blade of the Immortal. Okay, now
That your
who's
guess?
the main character of Blade of the Immortal? And I was like, okay, and it said Manji, so I think this is Manji.
Is that
Well,
correct? Metal?
Actually, Outcast is correct. If I were to say it in the order we say things in English, it is Miyamoto Musashi from Vagabond.
I was so off. I was so off.
And unfortunately, I cannot show the actual image that I did the thing of because, like Metal said, I accidentally put the silhouette over the original image.
Oh, man.
Maybe,
Vagabond.
actually, you know what? Maybe I can.
I got my samurais wrong too. It was Musashi and not even Jubei.
Yep. It is, to date, the most accurate portrayal of Musashi Miyamoto's life. based off of a book that was already the most accurate portrayal.
Oh, well, he had a biography, so you know.
Well, there's a lot of myth in a lot of the biographies and stuff. The one that Vagabond is based off of is the most historically accurate one that they could derive. It's the one that cuts out most of the like exaggerations and myths from it.
Interesting.
And even then, he still had a very interesting life.
Was Manji based on him?
I don't recall. Vizzy says Blade of the Immortal has had 2 adaptations.
Oh, because it says in the notes 100-man killer, and I figured that Musashi was undefeated in duels, probably over 100. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm just not aware if he was based off him. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know
He's had so
Haomaru's
much-
based on him.
Yeah. He's had so much influence onto Japanese just society and literature that there's probably so many people that were influenced by Musashi that we just aren't really aware of. But
Which
I
round
was
was
also trying to catch you off guard because it's like, why on earth would I put 2 characters from the same creator, different series altogether, but 2 characters from the same creator twice in a row? Gotta keep you on your toes.
Oh. Well, there
Funny
seems
part
to be
is
themes.
you mentioned Vagabond in the last round.
Yeah. I went for a different series, though.
I can't find the image that I actually got this off of originally.
Oh, no worries.
Vagabond, I think, is a must read for like anybody who has not read it. It's one of those ones where it's such a good story, the way it's done, that I think even people who don't like manga would enjoy reading Vagabond. That would be like my gateway drug for people.
Huh.
Beautiful comic art.
Yeah, I got it mixed up with Blade of the Immortal.
Well, that round seemed to be a little cutting for people. Hopefully they can cut through this next round.
Yeah, it only gets harder from here on out.
Mm.
Yeah, but it just, you can always take a stab at it, right? Or swipe at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything you're thinking about here, Alpha?
I think I'm studying it. I'm trying to go by the style, and I'm trying to. It can't be
If
that.
there's anything like sticking out you can grasp onto that would make the silhouette unique.
Yeah, basically. Plus I gotta remember the decade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we do.
I've got an idea, but I'm not sure if that. I don't know if you would pick that.
Outcast has already got a guess in. Ranma.
Mm?
So, of course, waiting for Fitzgerald one way or the other.
I think he's just guessing that because he sees like what looks to be a pigtail.
Pigtail or a ponytail.
Now this
Yeah.
one is like from smack dab in the middle of the decade.
And Outcast says yes. That's what he's going off of. Fitzjoseph says, I know it's not Spike. Okay. But do you have an
Yeah.
idea who it is? And you gotta watch out for that, Fitzjoseph. The last time you said it was not somebody, it was them. Actually, you
Ooh,
used a
wait,
little
wait.
bit more strong word. He said
That was the Elmo round, right?
Yeah. He said it's definitely not Elmo, and it was Elmo. That's not saying it is Spike. I don't know who Spike is, but
There's a lot of spikes.
Mid 2000. I mean, no, mid 90s. Mid 90s. Oh boy. I don't know.
You don't know?
I had a lot of guesses, and then I looked it up. Everything I looked up was like, no, that it's not that. It's not that.
Fitzjoseph.
Okay, Fizz is giving up.
Yeah. Okay, so are you giving up too, Alpha?
I'm not gonna give up. I'll give an answer, but they'll all probably be wrong.
Shoot from the hip.
Okay. What's the first thing I thought? There's an anime name, a movie named Kite, and I thought it might be the main character from that, and I thought of Blood the Last Vampire, and I was like, no, that's from the 2000s. But those are girls, and I don't know. I thought there was a Lane or something anime, and I looked that up, and no designs matched this. Might be one of the Gundam Wing Boys, though. So I don't know. I guess I'll go with Chang Wu Fei. Final answer.
That your guess? Okay.
Yeah.
And would that be correct?
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Very, very wrong. The answer is Noriko from the critically acclaimed series Golden Boy.
Aw, I've seen so many clips, but I've never actually watched the show.
So everybody was wrong that round.
Yeah, no wonder I was all over the place. I was wrong. Wow, round 14 and 15 are going to be... I don't expect to get these.
Okay, so that was not golden for anybody that round. And could we expect round 14 to be golden for anybody? According to Alpha, no.
It depends if you've ever read it, but it might be confusing for a lot of people.
Ooh!
Oh,
I got it.
You know?
Yeah, it
Do
took a
you
second.
know?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this
think
is
I
a
know.
rare one.
I think I know. I may be wrong, but
If you
I
know,
think I know. It took a few
Then you
seconds.
know how few people have actually engaged with this.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you know my interests, you would probably
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah.
No, I would.
Wow,
I
that took a
wouldn't be
second. I was like,
surprised.
what is this thing? And then I was like, it just hit me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Fizz is
I know
right
what I'm
about
looking
Golden
at.
Boy, though. It is effectively Japanese Johnny Bravo. Golden Boy is about a guy during the summer. He keeps getting a bunch of summer jobs and stuff. But he's a virgin, and he really just wants to make it with somebody. So the entire thing is just about all of his failed attempts. So that's a very accurate explanation of the series for Kintaro. which just translates to Golden Boy. That it's just Japanese Johnny Bravo. I think one of the best ones, one of the best chapters, they actually animated it in the 6-episode OVA, where there's a lady in a hot rod that he's trying to get with, and she's like, you know what? I'll let you come home with me if you could beat me in a race. And he's on his bicycle during it. So he tries to take a shortcut down a hill because she has to go this long way around like a lake. And it is just like the wildest scene watching him go down this hill, like over a levee and all these other things, just to try to beat her on a bicycle.
I heard that later on the author actually had it where he did get with women and it kind of ruined the whole vibe of the manga because it's like, well, that's over with.
Yeah, it would be like, with Voyager, they get home, right? Then it's
Yeah. Or Wile E. Coyote getting the Roadrunner. It's like, well, he got it. And it's like, this is weird. Now,
And in it. And he's like struggling, and he stops halfway to start taking some breaths, and he's like goes back to it, and he's struggling, and he's gulping down water and stuff. And then after the whole thing, he turns around to everybody with like the most devilish smile in the world and goes, "So, how do you like my swimming?"
the dub was actually pretty good, though.
Oh yeah,
He went all out. I love that clip.
I love
It
Golden
cracks
Boy.
me up.
So, Cass,
It'd be funny if I'm wrong about this.
Cass or Fitzchozo, any thoughts, clues, guesses?
I may be wrong, but I think I'm right.
yeah. You at least know who the creator is.
I believe so.
Fitzchozo is saying, no anta.
That's fair. If you don't know, you don't know.
So, of course, now we are just waiting for Outcast.
It's a shame Joshua didn't show up. I feel like he would have crushed this one. Like he probably would have gotten all the answers.
Yeah, he probably would have been able to close that gap between him and Outcast a little, maybe.
It's also a shame Tim wasn't here because I doubt he would have gotten like most of the answers. It would have been funny to watch him just like swearing in chat.
That's what he usually does.
Outcast says the silhouette looks like the drawing style of Yami Mama.
Toriyama.
But I'm not sure.
And by that, he means one of the most popular mangaka of all time, Akira Toriyama.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, can we do the undead? Well,
Ooh,
how
famous undead characters? That could be fun.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
We'll say I'll give you this, Fitz, 2 weeks. Because I've got my idea for next week already. And I don't want to forget it.
So the week after that.
Yeah. But you can tell Outcast whether it is that character's creator, whatever, artist, drawing style.
Oh, you want me to confirm if it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a character made by Akira Toriyama.
Okay, now I'm even more certain that I probably figured it out.
I don't know how much that actually ends up helping. If you've never seen the character before, you still wouldn't know.
Well, he could just look up, that character or that artist or whatever.
Well, he's made a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People only really know him for Dragon Ball, but Toriyama's made a lot of different things.
Yep.
And let me confirm, by undead, do you mean like zombies and just zombies and vampires, or what do you mean precisely?
Anything. that qualifies as like the undead or living dead, I would assume.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
Something that used to be alive but came back to life,
would
or was
Frankenstein
animated.
would Frankenstein fit in that?
I guess because he's reanimated, so he's they undeaded him. You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
can
made
Fish
of
reverse
dead.
his no answer and guess Chrono?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've said before when he said he doesn't want to give an answer, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then somebody else actually gave an answer after him. I asked him whether he wants to, you know, take their answer as well. Usually he said
Yep.
no. But
That's a
he's
very Toriyama sword.
It is. He's including Ghost too. Basically, I think anything in that classic used to be alive thing. So like any type of character that might show up in Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, like I said, I was just clarifying to be sure that's
Mhm.
what he meant, you know, what he was considering in that category. And yes, he did expand a little bit. I didn't quite think of Ghost, but I'm sure I would have. Okay,
So many
says,
characters with this sword. Wait, I may be wrong.
okay,
Ooh.
says, I was thinking Dragon Quest, but that came out in 89.
There's lots of Dragon Quests, but that wouldn't be a manga or an anime. Wait,
There is
oh yeah, there
actually
was
a manga
there was.
for Dragon
Okay,
Quest. There's The Adventure of Dai, which got
Oh.
an adaptation recently.
okay, yeah. Oh yeah, there was a anime of it too, but I guess that was like late '80s.
He said skeletons.
Skeletons
too.
too. Oh, dude, I love skeletons in media. Because, like, in real life, unless there's magic around them, like, who would be afraid of a skeleton? Like, I could kick their bones apart. But they make really cool characters, especially when they're, like, knuckleheads.
And Fitzjozo, after the show is over, and this is up for everybody to view or whatever, and you can make comments in the comment section, just put that in the comments so to remind me. I will see it, and you know, that way I know.
Yeah. I know some of everybody's favorite undead characters are the cast of the original Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. And of course, I'm gonna next week. I am actually gonna be doing hero teams. So that's DC.
No, I guess it's.
Go ahead.
I guess it's also debatable whether they're actually undeads. Most people would consider that, but technically they never died. They just turned into skeleton people. So, you know, people could split hairs on that argument.
Yeah, but if you've turned into a skeleton person, are you dead at that point, technically?
Well, they're technically immortal, but I guess the act of being alive is the condition of being able to die. So if you're immortal, are you actually alive?
Meatless Man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, next week I'm going to be doing hero teams. I did like, not sure whether I just did heroes or whatever in season 1. I know I did teams, which could have consisted of either, but I think I only did one villain team, and then I did villain teams specifically. So this next week will be hero teams, and from like any universe.
Oh, we got a guess from Outcast.
Finally.
He guesses Ackman.
And does Alpha have a
Ooh.
guess?
I believe it. I've never seen this silhouette, but I do believe it's Akman from Gogo Akman.
That would be correct. It is Ackman from Gogo Ackman.
At first I thought it was Frog, but I was like, Frog doesn't have hair. And that's a video game from Chrono Trigger. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw his
Not
ear.
a lot of people have read Gogo Ackman. It is a fun one.
Yeah, they animated it for a special. It's pretty wild.
So of course, unfortunately, Fitzchoso was wrong with his late guess. Well, I shouldn't say late, but you know what I mean. Of Chrono,
I
but
actually don't know if Chrono from Chrono Triggers ever existed outside of the video game.
No.
He could have, just not to my knowledge.
could that could I do that as a category? Japanese video games?
That's like most of
The
them.
majority of video games during a certain time period.
JRPGs.
You know, it's not like during the 90s through aughts, America wasn't making games. We just weren't churning them out at the same rate that the Japanese were.
Yeah. And I know we got a bunch from them, like Mario, I believe, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we created some ourselves. Did we create?
Yeah, most of our churn was on PC. That's where we were putting them out a lot. We were doing it less and less on consoles until like the late aughts. But we've kind of always had longer dev cycles than the Japanese, though, and that's one of the reasons why they were just pumping them out like crazy.
But I could
Until Square started doing like 10-year dev cycles, then they started beating everybody in how long it took to do things.
Yeah, trying to keep up with America. Bad idea.
But yeah, I think. But that could be, like, could it be? Would that be the thing? Ones that didn't come to America, Japanese games that didn't come to America.
Oh, things that never got localized. There's quite a list of that. That could be a fun one.
Mm. Wow, that'd be wild. Very wild. The entire list would be like very difficult.
Is that something you could do, Mel? Come up with something like that for the art?
I probably could if we wanted to sit down and do that. I could probably find some that are pretty easy, like some well-known ones that people know have never been localized, that you'd recognize the silhouette from. But it's one of those ones where it would probably get hard for people pretty quickly.
Plus, they wouldn't be translated for the most part.
Well, people have to let me know whether they want that as that idea for.
I think if we did that one, you'd have to offer like double points per round, just because of how hard it's going to get. That'd have to be like end of the season challenge round or something.
Okay, that could be possible. It's something new that we could add to thing, anyways, it's time to go into round 15, the last round of the night. And let's see whether anybody.
The one where I expect to stump everyone.
I don't know why this name popped in my mind, but I'll go with whatever I got. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, I just thought, like, there's been a lot of Japanese, like, with you guys talking. There's been, and I guess Chronos, Fitzchoso saying Chrono, and you guys talking, that there's been a bunch of games in Japanese, Japan, that never got over here. So, and there's, there's a little bit of a market or big market, I'm not sure, for that sort of thing. Would you say a little bit or big? What?
There's definitely a sizable collector's market for it.
The question is, would anybody here know?
That's the problem I'm thinking of.
And then, would anybody here? Would it draw anybody into my channel too? I'm trying to do stuff that might draw people in. Like, unfortunately, we only got 2 people here for this one participating. There might be other people watching. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
so here's the thing about this series, without giving anything away. I do not believe anybody in your audience has probably seen it, but it's not obscure at all. This is a massively popular series that has had multiple adaptations, not just in animation, but multiple live action adaptations in different countries. It has brought so much money to it that you would even consider it a competitor to large popular manga like say Dragon Ball or whatever. But you still have to be the particular audience for it to have seen it.
Hmm.
Well, that's a big hint if I've ever seen one, heard one, but
You would think that's a big hint, but I guarantee you after saying that, Alpha still has no idea what I mean.
yeah, but at that point you can use those words that you said and type them into Google or whatever.
Nah, that wouldn't give me anything. It just gives me an idea of, how if I've actually seen it or not. But then this pose isn't helping.
Fitzchozo says, I assume it's from Fruits Basket. Can't say one way or another.
You think it is? Fruits Basket is not outside of the range of things. It's had quite a few adaptations. There's actually a pretty good adaptation of it that I'm watching right now from, I think it was 2019. They had redone the anime, and I like it way better than the original adaptation of Fruit Baskets. I think the first like 4 episodes of the old one was just awfully done. I know Boys Over Flowers got a K-drama adaptation. I'm trying to remember if Fruits Basket did as well.
Yeah, and by the stuff that he said about Fruit Baskets, that's not saying it is or isn't from Fruit Baskets, right, Metal?
Hey, Fruit Basket, I believe, started its run in 1998, so it
Yeah.
qualifies as a guest here.
Yeah, but
You need a character.
He's saying he assumes it's from. I don't think that's his guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he would just have to say a random character if he wants to guess from Fruits Basket.
But
it is a massively popular series.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're not confirming or denying that it is from Fruit
I'm not
Basket.
confirming or denying anything.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the fact that I actually kind of enjoy Fruits Basket. I didn't when I first started getting into it. But my first experience with it was the old adaptation that started out just so horribly, the way they were handling it. The manga, much better. And even the new adaptation does that same section from the manga really well, too.
So any guesses, Outcast, Fitzjozo? Because I think I might have to put the counter on. Because it's been a few minutes.
Like the new adaptation is almost panel for panel when it comes to how accurate it is. But that, that used to be the thing. Way back, people didn't care for accuracy with the adaptations because they're like, well, you could just read the manga, right? So they were trying to do kind of their own thing while following the story. But now that's actually what the audience craves is like, we want something that is accurate to the source material. And that's why you see a bunch of these readaptations of old things.
1, 2, 3,
Indeed.
4, 5. So there is the counter down. I've gotten like 5 or 10 seconds after it. So no guesses.
Alpha.
In.
You have a guess.
Oh, I can guess now out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say Smokey from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ooh, you were
that
close.
is not the answer, but I love that guess.
Yeah, not him. But you actually were almost on the right path earlier when you said one series.
You did mention the name of the series during a conversation. It is Tsukasa Domyoji from Boys Over Flowers.
But that was Korean though.
No. Boys Over Flowers is a Japanese manga. It's just so popular. It has a drama too, that it also got a Korean drama.
Wow, my mom watched that. That's how I
Yeah.
knew about it. Oh man, that is ugh.
That is how popular Boys Over Flowers is. It's actually on like the list of one of the most popular manga of all time.
That's crazy.
Well,
I would've
it's
never known his
functionally- It's a
name, even
girls'
if I-
soap opera about high school, you know. So
Yeah. I thought it was a fro. Oh well.
yeah, that's it. Like this is not an obscure character at all.
Right. This is number 15 though, so
Yeah.
know the audience. Wow. I'm looking at this list
Yeah.
and there's so many that are just marked out on the scoreboard. It's like
Well,
dealer
third,
wins. Dealer wins.
well, the third is because, nobody was here to guess for third position. But, first place, let's see, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first place that are marked out. So that's, I think that's pretty good. That, 5 of them, only 5 weren't gotten, at least by one person.
That's a good point.
And then
Good work. Good work. Choosing these silhouettes and characters and stuff. Got to discuss all 90s anime and manga. Just
Yeah, and I
trying
made
to
sure I
figure
even
these out.
put 2 characters that were kind of tricky sitting there on the exact ends of the decades, on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, next week is going to be superhero teams, and it can be from, any company. So that there's a lot out there for that. And from any decade as well. And then of course the week after we're going to do because of Fitzchozo's request. We're going to do undead characters, which is zombies, vampires, skeletons, and ghosts, and maybe whatever else you can think of. I'm not sure whether there's anything else that would fall.
Would
into that.
cyborgs count?
No, they're live
Wait.
technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but what if it's a cyborg that was made out of a dead body?
Ooh. That's a good point.
So it's the machine running it, not the.
Yeah.
I guess. What's his
Like
name?
a little backpack you could put on a dead soldier and it brings them back to life.
You're referring to
It
Hero.
like puppets at them.
Cyborgs are alive, says Fitzgerald. Deathlock,
good point.
but Deathlock's alive too. But no, you're
Yeah.
talking about from Hero.
Yeah.
I forget what they.
Of course, then I would probably still consider that a zombie. It's just a zombie that's being puppeted by a machine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's zombie, but not because it's being puppeted, but at the same time, they're a little bit of who they were still there. The zombies usually there's nothing of what the person is still there, right?
Right.
It varies. There's a range of zombies.
I like the Pet Cemetery zombies, where it's just like,
Oh yeah.
it's not science, it's not a biohazard, it's not anything like that. It's literally like a demon or something just possessing someone's body with their memories.
Ooh, I guess we could use in that you could technically use black lanterns.
Lanterns. Yeah, I guess if the ring brought them back to life.
Yeah, because they're dead and the ring is animating them.
So they're undead.
Not to be confused with the re-dead.
RoboCop?
Was RoboCop? Did he actually like die? I forget. It's been a long time since I watched it.
I think he did. They called it, and then it's interesting. It's like one of those
reanimated
things
him?
where it's like they reanimated him, I think. So he's not dead anymore, but
So
it's
he's
hard to say.
undead. They undid the death.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Fitzchozo said RoboCop did die. So if I wanted, of course, I could use him. Because he said.
What about Jesus? Does Jesus count?
Yeah,
Um.
he died and rose again.
Yeah, but he became literally alive again. So he's not undead. He's undead, but he's not
Risen.
undead.
He undied.
Yeah, but he said the undead, so he's more referring to
You want something that's not technically alive when it comes back?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He more means.
Yeah.
That's kind of unalive at the same time. The unalive.
I mean, that is the definition of a vampire. Vampires are technically not alive while they're moving around. That's the whole reason why they have to drink blood, because it is the sustenance of the living that keeps them from falling back into death. At least that's the original myths around vampire.
The living dead.
Outcast says he conquered death.
Yep.
Well,
So how's the points?
Go ahead.
How are what's the point? What's the score? Scores.
Well, not Fitzchozo, sorry. Outcast did get the most points. I can tell you that right now. Because out of 10 rounds, he got 9 of the first place. So 9 times 3 is 27. Then he got 1, 2, so that's 29. He got 29 points. Fitzchozo got 1 3-pointer. So there's 3. He got. And then 1, 2, 3. 3 2-pointers. So that's 6. That's 11. He spent a point on a hint. So that's 10. So up by 10 points.
You count as he got third place on one.
No, that's. I put it in third
number-
place. I put it in
Oh,
third
okay.
place, but that's just saying -1 point for Fitzchozo because he spent that point that
From
round.
the hint.
Oh, okay.
There's not a third person for there to be a third place. Like you would have just put the second place person in third place. That'd be weird.
Yeah. And that's why I put it in the third place, because there was no person here to be set third place. So I don't have my comment section on this board anymore. So let's see. Save as PNG. This is scoring. Season 2, episode 10. Okay. And just if it, I'm gonna do this just for everybody to see and hear again. Well, that wasn't here earlier. I want to make an outro too, but here we go. This is a new intro for those that didn't catch it earlier.
Who's that shape on the screen today? Hey! Grab your friends, cause it's time to play. Hey! Spiky hair or a giant cape, tiny tail or a monster shape, squinty eyes in a mask so bright, hit the buzzer if you know it's right. Guess that shadow, call it out loud. Is it hero, sidekick, villain from the crowd? Guess that shadow, point at the glow. If you think you've got it, shout it, let us know. Bendy ears on a mystery head, stretchy arms reaching off the edge, big round shoes on a jumping blur. Could be him, could be him, could be her. Guess that shadow.
What did everybody think was that was able to hear it? Think it was
Uh,
better? It's
I'm
better than
still
the
watching
other.
it on the YouTube. I like it, but I just wish they said silhouette a few times. But the name of the show.
It's a hard word to say for some people.
It's AI. It can figure it out.
No, I think that's the problem because it's AI. You know, it's like you type
Just
in the word
avoid it
silhouette. Do they
rhyming.
know how? Do they know how that word looks? You know, like it doesn't look the way it said. It's French. You expected AI to pronounce French words?
Silhouette. It's a Quebecer.
Okay, so that's cool, Rick. Well, I did get AI to make it, of course. I did not come up with the words for it. I just gave it a premise, and unfortunately, it did not have silhouette in it. But
You could use the old intro as the outro.
yeah, but would that be too long for an outro, or?
Ooh, that's a good point.
I don't know. Maybe
Time
if the
Give people time to leave.
if the AI was trained on Queen, they do say the word silhouette in Bohemian Rhapsody. That's
Yeah.
genuinely the only song I can think of where I know they say the word silhouette in.
I usually like get the premise from AI, and then I get their lyrics, and I'm like, okay, I can rewrite this to fit the music they gave me.
Yeah, I had it written on Suno, Outcast. I actually had that one done a few months ago. I've been meaning to remake this video for a while.
It's good energy. Good upbeat
Feels
tune.
like a yogurt commercial.
Yeah, I'm not. I should have actually. I had two different versions of it. For the.
Activia.
Let me do another media source one. I'm not sure. Well, you guys aren't going to be able to hear it necessarily, but. And hopefully I get the right one because I'm not sure which.
Oh my god, Rick! I just talk about undead ones. I just thought of another good one for the future. It would be so broad. But characters that die during their series.
Ooh.
Superman. Let's see. I thought Media Source would do. Okay, so I write all the lyrics and then let Suno do the music. Yeah, not that. I
You could
don't think
actually
that.
even, if you pay the right tier, you can actually hum it. And then say, take this whistling or humming that I do and put it in the style of game show music or trivia or
Guessing games, where have you been? Heroes,
big band.
villains in between.
It works. It's pretty cool.
Shadows move, they're never clean. Shadows and shades, I can't escape. Who's behind the mask tonight? Shadows and shades, twist and break. Guess the name under the lights. Spike tail wings or glowing eyes. A pixel.
Who's that shape on the screen today? Grab your friends, cause it's time to play. Spiky hair.
link to
That's almost what's going on. Yeah. When did it start? Like 20 minutes ago, basically, or? Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Blur, could be him, could be her, could be her.
Okay, which one sounded better to you?
Specifically, probably the first one, but
Okay. Okay, well, Alpha is probably gone. He's gone to get his burger, and but this is actually, except for maybe discussing other things after, this is, I think, the longest one of the silhouette game. But anyways, because it took like about 2 hours to do, even or an hour and 45 minutes from the thing, but hey, that's all right. We don't mind. Anyways, Metal, anything you would like to promote before we're off?
I should probably at least drop the usual link for xdynamuschaos.com. Let me do that. And bam.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say thank you to Alpha, being my co-host as usual. Thanks to Metal for get organizing these anime characters and all the anime and manga characters, and finding them for me. Since I would probably not be good at that, especially knowing who's popular and all that. And thanks for coming on, being a co-host for this. Not that you haven't been seeming to be a co-host lately on my other nights, but thanks for coming on for this one. And thank everybody in the chat for coming by and participating. It was great having you all here. So we'll catch y'all later. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful night.